Hello everybody, in this video we're going to talk about how to find the maximum or the minimum of a parabola, which is a graph of a quadratic function. So we just have two examples here. One of them is a maximum and one of them is a minimum. So to review, the maximum or the minimum is where the vertex is located. Okay, so I have a couple of videos in the description below to talk to you kind of about how to find the vertex, what the vertex is, and things like that. For the first example, we have f of x equals 8x squared minus 8x plus 6. As a reminder, the minimum or the maximum depends on if the parabola is opening up or down. So since this a value is positive, then our parabola is going to look something like this, which means our vertex is at the bottom, which means we're going to have a minimum. Okay, so now we can find what is that minimum. Well, the minimum is the y value of the vertex. So in order to find the vertex, we need to find the x value first, because that is the x value or the axis of symmetry equation. So we can say x equals opposite of b over 2a. 8 is a, negative 8 is b, and 6 is c. So we get x equals opposite of b, so 8 over 2 times a. So x equals 8 over 16, and x equals 1/2. Okay? Now, 1/2 is not our maximum, or it's not our minimum. It is the x value. So in order to find the minimum, we have to plug 1/2 into our equation and solve for y. Okay, so let me move these two boxes up here. There we go. So what we are plugging in now is 1/2. So we're going to say the f of 1/2 is equal to 8 times 1/2 squared minus 8 times 1/2 plus 6. So 1/2 squared, that's 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4. So we get 8 times 1/4 minus 8 times 1/2 would be 4, and plus 6. And here, 8 times 1/4 would be 8 divided by 4, which is 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, plus 6, and we get positive 4. Okay, so we have a minimum, and that minimum is 4. Okay, all right, let's look at the next one. Notice our a value is negative, so our parabola is going to open down, which means our vertex is at the top, which means it is a maximum. Okay, so we'll find the maximum and we'll add it in that little space right there. So now once again, we're going to say x equals opposite of b over 2a. And a is negative 1/4, b is 3, c is 1. So this gives us opposite of 3 over 2 times negative 1/4. So we get negative 3 over negative 2/4, which would be negative 1/2. So now we're working with a complex fraction here, which is okay. So let's simplify a little bit. So this is going to be negative 3, and this might help us see it a little bit better, divided by, and negative 2/4 is like negative 1/2, right? So now we can use kind of the keep, flip, change. How do we divide fractions here? We actually multiply them. So negative 3 times negative 2, and we get 6, okay? So our equation here for our axis of symmetry is x equals 6. And so now 6 is what we're going to plug in for x in our equation, because remember, the maximum or the minimum is the y value of the vertex. So we're going to plug in 6 for x. So we're going to find the g of 6. So we get negative 1/4 times 6 squared plus 3 times 6 plus 1. So we get negative 1/4 times 36 plus 18 plus 1. And negative 1/4 times 36 would be like 36 divided by negative 4. So we get negative 9 plus 18 plus 1. And this would be 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. So our maximum is 10. Okay, and that is how you find the minimum or the maximum of a quadratic function.